royal correspondent, is with us. What do we know about those communications between them?
Yes, Buckingham Palace has confirmed that the King has written privately to the former president. The message was delivered via the UK Embassy in Washington, DC. Now, although the details are remaining private, I do understand that the sentiments, as it's been described, are very similar to what Prime Minister Keir Starmer said to Donald Trump. So he condemns violence, expressed his condolences for the victims and their families of the others killed during the assassination attempt, and wished the former presidents and those injured a quick recovery. Now, although Buckingham Palace says it's remaining private, will Donald Trump decide to disclose what the King has told him? We'll have to perhaps wait and see. But of course, I think it was clearly an incredibly shocking incident. But the King is not the first monarch to have reacted to this. The King of Spain wrote a very heartfelt statement pretty soon after the attack, actually, where it was very similar, talking about kind of democracy being attacked and condemning the violence as well. So the King a little on the back foot here. But of course, I think Buckingham Palace takes things slowly when it comes to this, and of course it was a private message.
Do you think the King would have had to have got permission from the Labour government, so Keir Starmer, David Lammy, perhaps, before doing this? I mean,
yeah, I think everything would have gone through the Foreign Office, and it would have very much been towing the government line with something like this. This is kind of the power of soft diplomacy in action, really. I think it's very interesting how I understand that it is very similar to what the Prime Minister had told the President. He wouldn't go out on a whim. It would all be very carefully worded in consultation with David Lammy, Foreign Secretary, and Prime Minister Keir Starmer, and of course delivered via the embassy as well in Washington, so all very official.
OK.
Can we just reflect a little bit on the appearance of the Princess of Wales yesterday?
Yes.
Let's have some happy news.
We will. Wearing a very similar coloured dress to yourself, Bev, actually.
Not deliberate.
Yeah, I mean, it was a £1,200 dress, but of course, the story is that, of course, it's only the second public appearance since the Princess's cancer diagnosis. The crowd's reaction when she entered Centre Court and just erupted into applause, a huge standing ovation for her. And I looked at Princess Charlotte, actually, during that moment, and her sister Pippa Matthews, used to be Pippa Middleton, of course, and the admiration they had for the Princess of Wales was, I think, really beautiful moments, really, and the Princess carrying out her duties, patron of Wimbledon, of course, handing the trophy over to the winner, so very special moments for her.
And she must be feeling so emotional, the Princess of Wales, so much of the time. She held it together really well there. You think she might have got a little tear in her eye when you're welcomed with that sort of warmth, wouldn't you?
I think she looked amazing. I think she looked great at trooping the colour, but I think yesterday particularly she looked glowing and beautiful. Yeah,
and I think it's a very positive sign to come, because I think, as you say, she did look glowing. I think she got rid of the nerves, as perhaps she had in trooping for the first public appearance. Tennis is a huge passion of hers, and Princess Charlotte as well. So I think it's a very positive sign as we get towards the summer, maybe a little bit more rest and recovery, and then maybe in the autumn we'll see her. But Kensington Palace not putting a time frame on it.
OK.